Hey, welcome. This is Bio 103, Human Biology, dash 020 for spring of 2021. And this is a 10-week course starting on February 18th. This is just an introductory video that I will be posting in the week 1 folder, and we're going to do a couple things here. First thing we do is we're going to open up our course shell by clicking on that. And this is our home page. So what do we see on the home page here? First of all, my name is Brian Sohan. I'll be the instructor for the course over the next 11 or 12 weeks. And just a little bit about me. I've been teaching biology part-time at Dutchess since 2011. So that's about, 10 years? Full-time, I teach at a high school in Newburgh. I'm a biology teacher down here. I've been down here for about 17 years. I live over in Pleasant Valley, so I'm pretty close to the Dutchess Community College North Campus. Yeah. So anyway, what do we got here? Well, when I communicate with the whole class, I usually do that through my announcements. There aren't any announcements here yet, but there will be shortly when I open up the shell and make it available to everybody. I'll create an announcement in here, and this should go automatically right to your email. So if you want to communicate with me, email is definitely the way to do it. Let's take a look at the syllabus. Where do we find the syllabus? We actually find it in 2 different places. Down here, there's a tab on the left-hand side. It says course syllabus. And when we open that up, one of these days, I probably should have had this opened up already. All right, so I actually had to pause the video there for a second because it was taking forever to upload the syllabus, but I finally got it, and I opened it up into this program that I like to use. It's called Kami, and what this program does is it allows me to write on it. So yeah, let's go over this. Okay, so here's my name. Here is my email if you want to get in contact with me. These are the dates of the course. This is the title of the course up here. And this is just a bunch of fluff that you can read on your own time. These are the required texts. We have an online textbook that I'll show you in a minute. And this one is our lab manual. So this one's really important. You must get this as soon as possible. Okay? And I'll show you how you can get that and what that looks like. This is more just fluff. All right, this is kind of important. How will we be determining your grade? Well, we have lecture, and then we have lab. Lecture is I post notes. I'll post videos of me going over those notes. And then from the lecture notes, I will be creating 5 lecture exams. All right, 5 lecture exams. And then we have lab. You'll have your lab manual. I have my lab manual. I open up the lab manual on the computer, and then I create videos and I write things into the lab manual. Very much like as if we were meeting in person. I would be doing the same thing on the big screen behind me, and we would fill it out together, and then we would do activities. I will leave you alone to do activities when possible, because remember, we're at home, so we don't have a lot of lab materials. But at times I'll leave you alone to do independent work, and then every 5th lab is a lab exam, and we will have 3 lab exams. So we have 5 chapter tests, but we drop the lowest one, so that's 400 points, 100 points each. 3 lab exams, So that's 700 points. I will give you a couple homeworks. Homeworks that are going to look different. One homework might be submitting pages from your lab manuals, and that might be worth a specific point value. Another one might be putting together a presentation that might be worth a specific point value. So it says varies here. But when we add them all up, the different homework activities, they're going to equal one exam grade, so 100 points. So that's 800 points, and then we have a cumulative final exam, which is worth 200 points. So your total points is going to be out of 1,000 points. All right, so this is just explaining everything that I just said, and we're going to have that final exam during, well, it says week 16. That's for normal classes. Whatever the week is, it might be week 12, 11 or 12, I forget. But these are the dates. During that week, that's when the final exam is going to be posted. But we have time. We don't have to worry about that right now. I'll get into that as we get closer. This is the Dutchess Community College grading scale. All your teachers use the same scale, so that should be no surprise. What I really want to do is get to this course schedule. This is our schedule. Everything that is shaded in this peach color would be lecture related, and everything that's in this blue color is lab related. And we organize things by weeks. Week 1, these are the dates. Week 1, we only have like 3 days. Week 2, so week 1 is going to be like mostly introductory stuff. Then we have week 2, week 3, week 4. I'll show you what those look like in a minute. You're only going to have access to whatever week it is in the previous weeks. You're not going to be able to go ahead. You won't have access to the future weeks. So on Monday mornings, I make the weeks available, and they stay available until Sunday evening. And that's when Sunday evening or Monday morning, that's when the next one becomes available. Actually, these will never close once they open. They'll remain open. So this first week, what do we have to do? Well, we're going to read all the stuff that I put in the week 1 folder. We're going to post something in the discussion forum. I'll show you what that looks like. We're going to practice submitting a lab document, and there's going to be an assignment in the week 1 folder that shows you exactly what I'm talking about. And that homework assignment is going to be worth 5 points. It's a practice assignment, so it's not worth a lot. I just want to see that you're capable of scanning a document, turning it into a PDF, and submitting it as an assignment. So I'll show you what that looks like. All right, and then week 2, this is where we really start to get into content. I'll put videos of my lecture for chapter 1 and chapter 2. We'll go over 2 labs. Lab number 1, which is an introduction to the microscope. We skip lab number 2 just because it's too materials heavy. We can't do it at home. We go right to lab 3. And then again, these are videos, and you need the lab manual, and we do them together on the computer. You watch the video and you fill out your own lab manuals. And then you'll be submitting pages from those. Like, for example, week 3, after I give the lecture for chapter 3, you're going to have an exam that covers chapters 1, 2, and 3. It's a lecture exam. And then after we do the fetal pig lab that 3rd week, I'm going to give you a homework assignment where I'm going to be calling for specific pages from the lab book. You'll have to scan them and submit it. And you can see this is a real homework assignment, which is why it's worth that point value instead of just 5 points. It's not practice. All right, so this is it. And you can see it continues week by week by week. You definitely want to print this out. And we keep going. We have exams and lab exams and homeworks, and we do have a disorder project. Sometimes I refer to it as a presentation, but you won't have to actually present it in person. It's just putting together a couple slides. It's pretty simple, actually. And then that final exam does come during the 12th week. They sometimes refer to this as a 10-week course because the first week is only a couple days. They don't really count it. And then we have 10 weeks of actual full week-long content, and then we have that final exam week. All right. I put some links in here. These are the textbooks and the lab book, and you want to get the lab book from the Dutchess Community College bookstore. And there's some other things, a webcam you need, a printer you might need, something to scan, right? To scan your documents. A cell phone is probably the easiest thing. There's a scanning app that will help you to turn your documents into PDFs using your phone. I'll show you that in a minute. All right, and then that's really about it. And then there's these other things that are put into all the different syllabi that you get from all your teachers have this stuff, so you can read that on your own time. Okay, now let's go back here. Over here, this is discussions. From time to time, I'll put something in the discussions, and I want you to start with a discussion that introduces yourself. So right now, there's nothing here. But when I make this available, you're going to click on this, and you'll see I'll have a discussion started, a forum, and it's going to be, hey, you know, I'm Mr. Sohan. This is what I like to do, and I'll ask you some questions. What are your hobbies? Why are you taking this course? Blah, 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 blah. And you're going to respond to that. All right, so again, it's just a practice. I'm not going to grade you on your response. But in the future, I will be putting stuff up here, especially when we get to the disorder projects. And I'm going to be asking you to participate in that, and that will count as part of your disorder project homework grade. So you want to look in there from time to time. And again, I'll tell you when that is going to be coming up because I'll make an announcement in the announcements. If we continue down here, this is our content weekly modules. And you can see we have all the different weeks here, but they're gray. The only week that will be made available to you in the beginning is week 1. So when we open that up, week 1 folder, here's another link to the syllabus. This is just a welcome message letting you know that, you know, you need a good computer, good internet connection. Chrome is the best browser to use. A cell phone that could take pictures is kind of important. All right, and just telling you like how to approach the course. Definitely start here in the content, weekly modules. That's where we want to go first. All right, once we go in there, you know, from here, take a look what's inside. These are the books. This is a link right here. If you click on the link, it takes you to the textbook. The textbook is there. It's just an extra for you. I don't really require anything out of the textbook. In fact, when I make my exams, I make everything out of the notes. Where are the notes? Well, if you go over here, it says lecture notes and lab atlas. This is an important little bit of information. All the notes are in here. It says lecture notes. And they're all in the form of PowerPoint presentations. Okay, it takes a minute for them to come up. And they're organized by chapter. All right. There's another folder in here called the Lab Atlas. This is really valuable. I'm not going to try to open this up because it's a pretty large PowerPoint presentation, but this is a really good lab supplement. So all the different labs that we do in the lab manual, this information reinforces those labs. When I do my videos for lab, a lot of times I'll have this pulled up and I refer to it. So this is just an extra copy of that. When I make lab exams, I use a lot of the information that's in this lab atlas. So this is an important study tool. Just be aware that it's here. So all your content materials, the lecture content materials, the notes, and the lab content materials that we use are in there. So if we go back to the week 1 folder, and we continue down. This is the practice PDF submission. So you want to read this. If you look in your lab books on page 3 and 4, there's like a lab safety contract. This is what I want you to do. I want you to take that contract. It's just a sample one. Sign your name on it, scan it, and submit it. All right, so this is the actual assignment right here. If you're not sure how to use your iPhone to scan and turn documents into PDFs, I put this instructional video here. If you don't have an iPhone, you have Android or whatever, there's another video here for using what's called Genius Scan, which is an app that could turn your documents using your camera into PDFs. So then you would want to email it to yourself, save it to your computer, and then you can upload it. And then I also put chapter 1 notes here. Okay. So you could access chapter 1 notes here or back where it says lecture notes. I'm probably not going to continue to put the notes in the weekly folders because they are right here. All right, so we're back at the home page here now. And if I go over to the discussions tab, now you can see that I actually just put 2 discussions in the group. The first one is introduce yourself to class. So I write, I'm very excited to begin building this community together. So use this space to introduce yourself. So tell us a little bit about yourself, your educational goals, what are your hobbies, have you taken online courses before, do you like biology, yada, yada, yada. And then I give you instructions on how to start this thread, okay? Now this is for questions that you might have, like for example, you come here, you're in the home page, you can't find the notes. You see me on the video going over the notes. Where are the notes? You can't find it. This would be a good place to come and ask the class maybe before you try to seek me out. If it's a general question, I don't understand where we're finding these notes. Somebody else could maybe help you because sometimes you email me. Sometimes I'm not the fastest to get back. But if we throw it up in the general questions forum, if it's something that maybe somebody else could help you with, throw it in there and we could help each other. If it's something that is a personal issue, then email me for sure. Okay, so we have 2 discussions here. What I'd like you to do is this first one, but if you have any questions that maybe your classmates can answer, you can throw them up here as well. All right, so we went over the home page, everything that's there. Look for my announcements. They go right to your email. You definitely there's the link to the syllabus. You definitely, first thing you want to do is come here to the weekly modules and see what's going on. Look for new weekly modules to become available every Monday morning. And this is information rich right here. This is the lab atlas and all your notes right here. And for now, I think that's really about it. Make sure you print out this schedule here. Put it in a safe place. Put it on the fridge. This way there's no surprises. We do move pretty quick. We've already lost 5 weeks. So this is a really condensed version. I try not to give too much in the form of assessments during the same week. However, that last week, week 11, that's all we have to do is exam 5 and lab exam 3. But yeah, everything is, I tried to spread everything out as evenly as I can. All right, so that being said, good luck this semester. I think you'll enjoy the class. This class is set up for you to do all the work at your own time and at your own pace, just as long as we get our assignments done within that week, right? So if I give an assignment on Monday, just keep in mind it will close on Saturday night and the assignments will not be available. If I give an exam 1, that exam 1 will become available early Monday morning and it will sit there until Saturday night. If you don't do it, then I mean, I'm sorry, you have 7 days to do it. You need to do it. The exams are timed, and the exams are inside Blackboard. You just click on them, and then you're going to start it, and then they're usually about 50 questions, multiple choice, maybe some matching, and that's it. And then it just closes when you're done, or when it runs out of time, then it just closes. So be prepared for those. If you miss it, then there's then we miss it. I don't know what to say, but you shouldn't. You have a whole entire week. All right, so we're not going to worry about that. Okay. I look forward to reading what you're going to write in the discussion forums, and yeah, you'll be seeing me. It's natural for me to say something like, "Hey, I'll be seeing you," but I won't be seeing you. You'll be seeing me, but I won't be seeing you. But anyway, good luck. All right. If you need me, holler at me. You know how to reach me.